What is going on, everyone? Welcome to week 3 of Littleroot Lessons Monotype League. So this week, the Spikemuth Shadows are going to be playing against TM12 and his flying crew. So, notably, there's a couple things that in prep for this match I was scared of, namely Hawlucha. Hawlucha being the only fighting type that they have. Makes it where it can be problematic for our team if it gets its unburdened trigger through something like White Herb or Power Herb with Sky Attack, or the White Herb with Close Combat, something like that. Just making it where it's incredibly fast and can outpace everything we have. There's also Butterfree being their form of free direction, can also put things to sleep. Another thing that kind of gave me a little bit of stress in prep work. And then there was Braviary. Braviary is another one, can hold Assault Vest, can be extra bulky that way, can be Lumberry to prevent statuses onto it. There's a couple different things that Braviary can do. Sets Tailwind really well, and therefore just outpaces everything, has access to superpowers, so can hit everything super effectively. It's a really good Dynamax target for them. So those were the big three, and then once I actually started testing, another one that came up that was problematic was Corviknight. Corviknight able to basically 1v1 any physical mon in the late game thanks to Iron Defense and Body Pressed and Roost. So had to switch up a couple different things to be able to deal with Corviknight specifically, but overall I think this team that we've come up with is exceptionally well. I've played quite a few practice matches with Tim K and Ro on Discord, so shout outs to them. Thank you for the prep as always, guys. You all are great. So let's just get into the actual team intro. So we have Sableye here, Prankster, Will-O-Wisp, Sunny Day, Quash. Sunny Day is here for Pelipper and Gyarados, which can be problematic for Tyranitar. So being able to control the weather, prevent their water type moves from being super effective, reducing the damage that way can be pretty great for us. That's mainly the only use for Sunny Day outside of exactly Pelipper, Mantine, and Gyarados. It doesn't really do much, but I think it's worth the slot regardless. Morpeko. So for those in the Discord that have been doing raids with me, I've said a lot of things about Morpeko the last couple weeks. And I told Ro this week that if Morpeko won me this match, I would never say a bad thing about it again. And I am holding myself to that because after doing some calcs, this thing can hit like an absolute truck, and it is beautiful. It's able to one-shot Hawlucha, able to one-shot Braviary. I believe it can one-shot Dynamax Hawlucha thanks to Aura Wheel, so granted, you have to pace it correctly because Aura Wheel will become a dark move on every other turn, so that's why we do have the Thunder Punch here. Also access to Fake Out, Thunder Wave to be able to status some things. It's phenomenal for this week, and I'm really hoping I can actually do some work with it to prove that it's not a waste of a slot here. Tyranitar, pretty obvious. Not really surprised to see that. Thunder Punch for basically everything, Rock Slide for everything that Thunder Punch doesn't hit, or vice versa. Lash Out for general coverage. Once Dynamax, we can live basically every hit from anything. I believe +1 Hawlucha Max Knuckle one-shots us, but outside of that, we can basically live any hit. So being able to trigger policy, turn around and one-shot them back is great. Pairing it next to Sableye, we have Quash, so we can actually deal with threats before they answer us is also great. Just overall, Tyranitar has been very good. Was kind of at first not planning on bringing Tyranitar because they do have access to things like Mantine, Hawlucha, Gyarados as all problematic mons for it. But the more I played and the more prep I did with Carl, it's just like Tyranitar is one of the best mons I could possibly bring. It lives every hit I need it to and turns around and one-shots everything in return. So as much counterplay as it could have, Tyranitar is just worth the slot. So excited to play with it, see how much it can actually do this week for us. Next up we have Grimmsnarl, kind of similar to what we were doing week 1. Reflect, Light Screen, T-Wave for some extra speed control, Flower Play to be able to hit some things as needed. We are Light Clay, so Reflect can actually do some significant boosts as well as Light Screen. Reflect and Light Screen are really important for various threats, such as Hawlucha for Reflect, Braviary for Reflect. Would be very surprised if we don't see Togekiss as well, being that it hits everything super effectively, so Light Screen is pretty important there as well. Next up we have Weavile holding the Never Melt Ice. Originally this was Assault Vest, and then I realized that it still dies to everything, so the Assault Vest got pulled off Night Slash for Protect, and it's been phenomenal. Outpaces everything our opponent could possibly have before Tailwind. Ice Shard can have priority if we need to. Fake Out for general fake out things. Triple Axle can one-shot basically everything he has. So Weavile just makes perfect sense here. And then lastly, we have Hydreigon. Notably, it cannot hit a neutral, like a mono flying type super effectively. But thanks to Flamethrower and Flash Cannon, we can hit some things super effectively. Mainly Hydreigon here is our Corviknight answer, because in the late game where they're setting up iron defenses, Flamethrower doesn't care. So that's what Hydreigon has been in testing. It's one that sits in the back and waits for everything else that's scary to it to be cleared out and then come in and clear games by itself. So that's the team. I do need to go mint Sableye because this is the wrong nature, but everything else looks correct. So we're just going to hop right in and see how well this goes, and hopefully can pull another win out and be live for playoffs next week. So we will be right back with game number 1. So we are connected with TM12, making sure everything's set up right. Let's get our team, and let's get right to it. Let's see what we got. Sure. Send in the GLHF. Let's see what we got. Togekiss, Mantine, Corviknight, Ninjask, Pelipper, and Hawlucha. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down here, opponent. I'm picking up what you're putting down. So, I think Sableye Morpeko looks great as a lead here. And then I think Ninjask is not something I prepped for. That is not something I was prepared for, and I don't really know what all it does, if anything. I know it's a speedy boy, but that's about it. I think I just want Hydreigon in the back for Corviknight. I'm debating if I want Tyranitar or Weavile, but then who's my Dynamax target? Is it just Hydreigon? Because that looks really bad in the face of Togekiss. But like Weavile can outpace Ninjask because of Ice Shard. I'm not honestly too scared of it. I think I'd rather just have Tyranitar for the damage and like let it be faster. Like this is not one of those weeks where we're going to be able to outpace them typically when it comes to speed. Just because they do have so many things that are incredibly fast. So we're going to see Togekiss Ninjask here as a lead. Does Ninjask get... I wonder if it gets... Sword Stance. I believe it does. So what if we just fake out here? Actually, what if we fake out here and go for the Aura Wheel into Ninjask? It's kind of as bad if they go for a Dynamax on Togekiss, but they don't. Just gonna go for double team. Okay. Okay. Please connect. Nope. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. So, one speedy, evasive boy. Interesting. So here, what if we just go Will-O-Wisp into this? Like, I'm honestly kind of scared of the Ninjask now. So what if we just quash it No. I think we go for a Will-O-Wisp into it. And honestly, why don't we just Dynamax here and Max Lightning it? Like, sure, you can be evasive, but it doesn't matter when our moves don't check accuracy. So this kind of is bad if they go for like a baton pass here, because like +1 evasion, +1 speed is kind of great for regardless of what they bring in. You know, really was not expecting a Dynamax Morpeko this week, but here we are. We connect the Willow, that's good. I was gonna say another double team, but that doesn't matter because if this is Sash, it goes down. Thanks to the burn. It's not Sash. Okay. Interesting. Really interesting. We see the Gleam, but we're going to trigger the Berry. So, Morpeko KO's Ninjask. So now we have a base 110 Aura Wheel boosted by Stab and Terrain here. Just gonna bring out Hawlucha. Okay. How do we play this? What if we Will-O-Wisp the Hawlucha? Oh, base 140. That's even better. We can go for the KO here on Togekiss. Gonna detect. That's fine. Willow's gonna get blocked. Morpeko's faster than Togekiss. This should be a KO. Yep. Morpeko KO's Togekiss. Man, Morpeko's doing work out here. Loving it already. And they do have Corv in the back. Shiny Corv. I'm impressed. So here I'm going to go for a Quash into the Hawlucha and just go for a Max Lightning into it. Pick up the KO on it. Unless it's Sash. That's not something I accounted for. It could be Sash and then they get their Unburdened trigger. We're going to see a Dynamax. Is this going to be Corv or is this going to be Hawlucha? Because either way, Hawlucha's going down here. If it Dynamaxes, we don't really care. It's G-Max Corv. Interesting. Just gonna guard. That's kind of great for us. Hawlucha gets Ally Switch? I didn't know that. That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's actually sweet. That is some sweet, sweet tech I was not ready for. So I'm going to go for a Willow into Corv, see if it's Lum. And then I'm going to Aura Wheel into Hawlucha. Unfortunately, we've used our Dynamax, so Tyranitar can't come in and reasonably take a hit from Hawlucha now. And it is Lumberry Corv. Lum Corv. Is it White Herb? It is White Herb. Cool. So this is really problematic now because Hawlucha's faster than everything on our side. We aren't able to outpace it now because Sableye down, so we can't quash it. So unfortunately, I think we're going to just go down to Hawlucha here. So this is their last turn of Dynamax. We can protect Tyranitar and Dragon Pulse the Hawlucha. Hawlucha's just gonna detect. Okay. So what does Corv do? Because they can't Airstream because they're G-Max. So they have Knuckle. They do have Knuckle. What is this going into? It's into Hydreigon, which we live. Which that tells me that they're prioritizing the Hydreigon and not the Tyranitar. So unfortunately, we need to take out Hawlucha this turn. So we Thunder Punch Hawlucha, and we protect the Hydreigon. That puts us in a position possibly where it can be Corv versus the world. It really depends on what Hawlucha does this turn. If they both go into Hydreigon, we can be in a really good position. That's huge. And just going to go for a bulk up. That's fine. That's fine. Because Hawlucha should go down here now. No! No, 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 no! Do I have to go for the double? I need Hydreigon for this late game. Do I go for the double? And I think the answer is yes. I think this is the only way I can win this game. Because Hawlucha's going to be faster than us. So what if we go for a Rock Slide and protect here? We get the double. That's so huge. That's so huge. This shouldn't one-shot us. That's going to trigger Policy. So as long as we hit Hawlucha, we should be able to win here. Alright, I need Hawlucha to be able to go down to Sand now, and I don't know if it is. I don't see another way other than going for the triple. I see no other way we win this game. Nope. Hydreigon had to hit the triple there. Because, like, sure, Hawlucha goes down to Sand, but T-Tar typically can't 1v1 the Corv here in the end game. Especially since they're faster than me. We got good information in this game. So let's see. Hawlucha KO'd Morpeko. Braviary, I mean no, Corv KO'd Sableye. Hawlucha KOs Hydreigon, and then Corv KOs T-Tar. Really close game. Really, really close game. So if that's their plan with Ninjask, I think we can beat this. So how did they adjust and how do we adjust? I don't think they're going to bring Ninjask this game. It didn't do anything. I think I need Sableye to be able to counter Pelipper. Is it crazy to leave Tyranitar at home and instead bring Weavile? Is this crazy? What do we think of this? We can Dynamax Hydreigon, Morpeko. But I think I need Sableye for Swift Swim. Counter Swift Swim. Honestly, I don't know if they bring the Rain Duo because of Morpeko. Morpeko is such a threat to both of them. And we haven't revealed Sash. So we're just going to see the same lead. So I think we play this a little differently. And we go Fake Out plus Aura Wheel. We get played really hard if they have Protect. But I think this is correct. They just gonna Dynamax Kiss. Yep, okay. Fake Out goes off. Morpeko picks up the KO. We're +1 speed now. That animation is absolutely adorable. So now Morpeko is faster than Hawlucha when it comes in. Hopefully this is into Morpeko. It is, so we're going to go down to Sash. Okay. So Morpeko KOs Ninjask. And they are just going to bring out Hawlucha here. I wonder if it detects this turn. So I can go into Grimmsnarl, potentially tank a Max Starfall, have Weavile for the late game. I think preserving Weavile here is correct, because I can see them doubling into that slot potentially. Yeah, we're just gonna see the detect from the Hawlucha. So where does this go? And we're going to see the Starfall. Is it into Morpeko? No, it's into Grim. Okay. I think this is fine. So now we can bring in Weavile. Do we want to go big Weavile? It's a legitimate question we have to ask here. Now we can Aura Wheel the Hawlucha. And fake out Hawlucha. We can also ignore Hawlucha and double into Togekiss. But I don't think that's correct this turn. I'm thinking clearing the Hawlucha is probably correct. Because they can only take one of us out. The question is, what do they KO? They're gonna take out the Weavile, that's fine. So now we have Max Hydreigon in the back. Their Dynamax is over. We need to take out this Togekiss this turn, though. Which, both of our Mons are faster than it. And they have Corv in the late game. Okay. I think this game is very winnable. Question is, do they protect? Have we seen protect from Kiss? We have not. So this turn we can Thunder Punch and Steel Spike. Them preserving their Dynamax last game was really smart on their behalf. So Hydreigon is the second fastest thing on the field behind Morpeko. And I don't know if Morpeko can one-shot. Probably not with Thunder Punch. Good lord, that does so much. We're gonna see the Dazzle. We're gonna see the old Razzle Dazzle. Kiss, KOs, Morpeko. Notably, Togekiss was faster than Hydreigon. That's really surprising, actually. So I wonder if they go for a bulk up or if they go for body press. Live? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not even close. So then Hydreigon KOs Kiss. So now we can Max Flare into the Corv. Yep. And there we go. Just how we drew it up. Morpeko has been insane. Morpeko has been absolutely insane for us so far. So game 3. This is kind of how testing has gone. Once I figured out what they have going on, I've adjusted well and been able to be able to adapt and figure out what's going on. Like I don't think there was a single game 1 that I won in testing. So being able to adjust for games 2 and 3 has been really important for us so far. Trying to think if I want to lead Grimmsnarl this game. Or if I want to lead Sableye. Because we can go Sableye, Morpeko, Fake out the Ninjask Aura Wheel. And then have the same duo in the back of Weavile Hydreigon. Yeah, I think this is correct. Dynamax and Kiss that game was really good for him, though. So how did they adjust? They do bring the Rain Duo. That's huge. That's so huge! Because we have not revealed Sunny Day yet. I wonder if they're just gonna go big Mantine. This is great. I'm so glad I teched this. I'm so glad this is getting to happen. Sash is probably on Pelipper. That's something we need to be prepared for. And they're just gonna Dynamax and Mantine. Yeah, it's out of here. I haven't done this calc, but the way Morpeko hits, I'd be very surprised if this doesn't pick up a KO. Notably, the Pelipper's also staying in. Bye, Mantine. That's huge. That's also huge. Let's go. Morpeko, you are so good. They're probably just gonna go for Dazzle. So I kind of want to Willow the Pelipper. And that seems really weird, right? But I think it's correct to do. Because it'll get the burn on Pelipper, so it'll break Sash. Morpeko's been so good. I know at the beginning I said that I would give Morpeko way more credit if it won us this game, but I have been so impressed with it this week. I really have. I've given it a lot of crap this week, and or even longer than that, you know. So Willow is going to connect with Togekiss, but I don't think that really matters. I bet this still goes down. Yep. That's so huge. Well, unfortunately, you don't have anywhere to go, Pelipper. Oh, yeah, so the way this works is because... Yeah, this is fine. So, yeah, they're going to get to reset Rain, but at what cost, you know? Yeah, and they do have Corv here in the late game. But I don't think that really matters. I don't think Corv does anything here. So now I get to Aura Wheel again. Well, I guess it's technically Max Lightning, but... Question is, do I want to set up Sun so they can't Hurricane me? I don't think I really care. I think we Willow the Pelipper to break Sash, and then Max Lightning the Corv. And unfortunately we miss. No big deal. Max Lightning going off. Morpeko, you're insane. You're insane, my dude. I want Morpeko to get the sweep, so we're gonna max guard. Connect. Yes! Break the sash. Morpeko, you're insane. You're absolutely insane. Like, sure, Dynamax is over, but now Aura Wheel. Quash you. And that should be GG's. Oh my god, Morpeko. Alright, it's official, everyone. Morpeko is insane. You saw it here first. I will never say a bad thing about Morpeko again. So, the Spike Booth Shadows are going to 2-1. We play next week for a playoff spot. I am really excited, and Morpeko's stats are absolutely insane. So, thank you all for watching. Make sure you tune in next week to see how we do and see what goes on. There's a lot of results still not in yet, so I can't even pretend to know who we're going to play next week. So, if you're new, make sure you check out the rest of the Draft League content. You can check out my previous 2 matches, as well as Carl's, up on the YouTube. You can check out our Stadium 2 Let's Play that I have going up every Sunday. You can check out the podcast every Monday, talking about all kinds of VGC content, as well as laddering episodes Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So, thank you all very much. Have a good one. We'll be back next week with potential playoffs. Have a good one. Peace.